Hey guys, and welcome back to Mchiki series. It has been trending on social media on how Ghanaian Immigration Service has deported 723 Nigerians from January 2018 to January 2019, which is like a year now. And they gave certain reasons, saying that some of these people are Yahoo boys, runs girls, people who printed Ghana cities, and people who were staying there illegally. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're new to this channel, kindly consider subscribing. So I went to do my research, I dig further, and I got certain clips which I will attach on this video. I never knew that this game of Ghana must go, Nigeria must come is still playing out. Incidentally, in 1969, Ghana expelled Nigerians from its country when Ghana enacted the Alliance Compliance Order, in which hundreds of thousands of immigrants, most of which were Nigerians, were forcefully expelled from the country. However, in 1983, Shehu Shagari, then President of Federal Republic of Nigeria, gave an executive order to migrants without proper immigration documents to leave the country or they will be arrested according to the law. And over 1 million Ghanaian illegal immigrants in Nigeria were affected by this order, and this made them to pack their belongings to go home. That was when these popular jute bags in checker color was very common, because there is a popular phrase that goes with it: Ghana must go, which is very popular in Ghana and Nigeria. Despite creation of ECOWAS, which is Economic Community of West African States, on May 28, 1975, this problem of immigration continues, and the mandate of ECOWAS is to promote economic cooperation and borderless region, thereby promoting free movement of people, residents, and establishments within 15 countries of ECOWAS community. But one needs a valid travel document like international passport and international health certificates. In some cases, they allow laissez-passer, but it has to be with endorsement by immigration official. Actually, on the issue of illegal stay, I'm not comfortable with that, because Nigeria being a member of ECOWAS community, that wouldn't be much of a problem. But it went further to say that member countries reserve the right to refuse entry to any citizen that falls within the category of inadmissible immigrants under the law, and one can become inadmissible by disobeying the law of the country or at the same time violating immigration laws. Some of these ladies that go to Ghana from Nigeria to do runs girl take off from Lagos by road, crossing Benin Republic through a flower border to Accra. They get down to wherever they want to go, whether it's southern of Ghana or northern of Ghana, to do their Ronsgale work. But what they fail to find out is if their Ronsgale business is acceptable and legal in Ghana. And if it's not legal, that means disobeying the local laws of the country, which can also be an offense. So, as a citizen of ECOWAS member country, you don't need visa to enter any of ECOWAS member countries, such as Ghana. But remember, at the point of entry where they stamp you in, depending on what you're going to do in that country, if you're going for visiting, after 90 days, you are required to go and obtain permission of the extension of stay from the appropriate authority if there's a cause for you to stay more than 90 days. Sometimes most of us overlook this. We don't see it as something important. But at the end of the day, when you're classified as illegal, it becomes a problem for you, because one can easily be arrested and deported, most especially when you're not doing legitimate business in the country. This man, known as Andy Okeke, was reported by the landlord to the police, and they got him arrested for turning his house into a shrine. He rented the apartment together with some Ghanaian boys, but at the end of the day, he turned the house into a shrine. He brought in some gods and started worshipping them. I don't know whether he's a ritualist or not. I think there is something more to this story than just worshipping the gods, because he can as well remain in Nigeria and worship his gods. You don't need to go to Ghana to worship your juju. But I don't know why some Nigerians can never do the right thing. They're good at giving Nigeria a bad name. There are so many Nigerians living outside Nigeria that are doing legitimate business for themselves, doing well for their families, but some people are hell-bent on doing all the wrong things, all the unthinkables. Why should you leave your country when you know that you're going to another country to get involved in illicit business? This is very, very unacceptable. I would also like to say that I don't like the way the security officers also deal with them, the way they inflict injury on them, or sometimes they torture them, which is against human rights. They will try to treat them with dignity at least. I also don't understand the reason why some people will also resist arrests. Just look at this next video. The Nigerian boy is trying to obstruct a Ghana Immigration Service vehicle because he arrested one of them in Kasa area of Ghana.
We don't call police. That's it. Yana border. 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 We be anima. We be anima. We be anima. Thief. 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 Mama be thief. 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 Mama, let me so. Mama, let me so. Mama. Mama, wait there.
In as much as from the video it seems like illegal arrest, but that does not warrant blocking the vehicle, because more grievous things can happen from this. It can lead to fight, and eventually somebody can lose his life as a result of this. And finally, this last clip is a bit shocking to me. How people will have such boldness and impunity to print Ghanaian cities. However, I was not able to insert it in this video because of copyright issues, so you can go online and search for it, then you can look at it and watch. Reports had it that these Nigerian boys printing Ghana cities and introducing it to the system have been arrested by Ghana Immigration Service. How did they catch them? It was based on tip-off, so they decided to pay them surprise visit, but unfortunately for the boys, they were able to catch them in the act. So they collected all their computers and took everything to the headquarters. And now they're going to face prosecution. What I don't understand, why one should leave his country or her country to move to another country only to get involved in illicit business. And it's very clear in your country those kind of businesses are illegal. Then why must you involve in it? Some people, once they leave the country, they tend to do whatever they want to do, not thinking of the consequences. But the earlier we start thinking about the consequences, then we'll be able to be on guard not to do everything. And sometimes part of the problem is when you don't ask questions. Somebody's inviting you to a country that is very easy there. Businesses are better off there than Nigeria. It's easier to make money there. You need to find out the kind of business, what you're supposed to do, how you pay your bills, who is going to sponsor your trip. With all this not being cleared, you might end up falling into the wrong hands. At the end of the day, you hope that by the time you get there, a friend will help you. By the time you get there, a friend will be telling you that it's a different ball game altogether and tell you what to do. At that time, it's already late. You won't be able to do what he's proposing to you. And you will be able to come back to Nigeria because you've already left Nigeria. You've sold off everything and lost a lot of money. You'll be caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. And before you know it, you start doing what you're not supposed to do. I believe asking a simple question will be able to make your life very easy so that you don't complicate your life by putting yourself in a very difficult condition. I know society we live in today is not helping matters, but you have to take a stand. Because you're not in competition with anybody. When anything happens to you, all these people that you're seeing around you will disappear or even laugh at you. Let's try and do better. Let's be better citizens of Nigeria. For whoever that is watching this video, if you don't have any legitimate business you're doing in another country, please, instead of going there to be a nuisance, sit down in Nigeria. It's better for you. It also saves the country some stress, because instead of spoiling the name of the country, it's better you remain in Nigeria. We've had enough. Because right now, when you present green passport anywhere at the airport, the way you'll be searched and the manner you'll be treated will not be nice at all, which is not supposed to be so. Some of these people, they are the ones giving Nigeria a very bad name, and it has to stop. Only God knows how long they've been in Ghana doing this. Instead of them to invest their time and energy in something meaningful, maybe learn a handwork or learn a trade, by now they would have known where they are in life. Sometimes I keep asking myself, is it that nowadays we cannot make money on clean slates? That I think is absolutely unnecessary, because one day is for the thief and another day is for the owner of the house, and you might be very unlucky. When you are caught, you're gonna rot in jail, and some people are so greedy that they've been in this business for several years. They keep doing it because they don't want to invest, they don't want to suffer, and they don't know that one day they're gonna go in for it. And the most disheartening thing is that most of these young guys are very small boys, maybe between 19 and 30, not more than 30 years. So I wonder what they're going to do with money at this early age in their life. The only thing I want to say is that there is more to life than money, so don't rely on dubious way of making money. Try to make money in a genuine and authentic way. By that way, you enjoy your money. Please let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below for me. And remember to share and like this video only if you learned anything from it. And remember to subscribe if you've not done already. And see you in my next one.